Guess what day it is? That's right, Self Love Sunday. Let's get started. My name's Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. Say your narcissist has left you or you've decided that it's time to go. What do you do when you find yourself completely devastated by something in your life? And you don't know what to do, how you're going to get through the next few minutes. No one escapes a major life change. I know it's painful that you've lost something that you aren't entirely sure you can live without. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or something else entirely, there are things that you can and should do after you experience a major loss in your life that causes change. So, what should you do? That's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. Let's get started. The first thing you have to do is let go of the blame. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes no one is to blame. And yet it's so easy for our minds to search for the answer. Who's to blame? Too often we blame ourselves, especially as empaths, for making a certain decision that seemed to cause a domino effect in our relationships, right? Or we tell ourselves that maybe if we were better or different somehow, we wouldn't have made whatever mistake it was that caused the person to leave us. Or maybe we're blaming ourselves for meeting that person in the first place. We tell ourselves if we were different somehow, if we were better, if we were stronger. Blame and judgment serve no purpose. In fact, they really hold us back from moving forward past the pain of being discarded and destroyed by a narcissistic relationship. So the next thing you want to do, my friend, is be extra gentle with yourself. So once you let go of assigning the blame to people, it's so much easier to be nice to yourself. And that means different things to different people, of course. So how can you do this? Well, you might try to take that vacation you've been wanting to take and have been held back by the narcissist on. Or maybe you want to get a massage or spend some time with someone you care about that makes you feel comfortable. Or maybe, if you're like me, you'd rather spend a little time by yourself sometimes. Sometimes you might sleep most of the weekend or whatever it is. Cut yourself some slack right now. Be nice to yourself. It's allowed and encouraged, okay? Next up, allow yourself to feel things at least for a while. The last thing we want as human beings, and especially as empaths, is to feel sad and pain. But doing so is a really important part of our healing process, okay? So find a safe place to do that, and do that whether it's at home alone or with someone you trust, or even during a yoga class. Pushing away the bad feelings will only intensify how strong they are and how long they last. You've got to let yourself feel them first and then let go of them. I often suggest to people that they take anywhere from a weekend to a month, depending on the length of the relationship and the intensity of the abuse, to let the feelings flow, and then choose a date to end the mourning. And during that time that you choose to allow yourself to throw things and scream and break things or whatever, however you particularly mourn, then you do what you need to do, you let it all out. But when you're finished, you're finished. You feel me? The next thing you can do is ask for help. We often feel ashamed and embarrassed when chaos comes into our lives. And narcissists, they're famous for bringing chaos into our lives, aren't they? We look around and we see that not everybody else's life is perfect. But from when we're standing, when we're in a relationship with a narcissist, we're like, wow, it sure looks better on that side of the fence, right? Certainly it does. We wonder why we can't have that. The fact is, no one's life is perfect, ever. We just tend to put our best faces forward. So when you look around on Facebook and you see maybe your narcissist news supply posting photographs like, oh my god, our life is so fantastic, you did the same thing at some point. And people don't generally post their drama on Facebook unless they're that sort of person, and most empaths aren't. The fact is, it's okay to ask for help from your friends or people who love you, family members. If you feel like you need professional help to deal with the situation, that is exactly what you need, and you should absolutely seek someone out for help, whether you're looking for a coach or a therapist. And I just did a video the other day on how to find a therapist to help you through narcissistic abuse. So check that out if you need to. There should be no shame in asking for help during this time, even if you need to go to the doctor. When I got divorced, I went to the doctor and I asked for something to help me get over the hump. I was struggling with depression and anxiety and all kinds of stuff. Doctor put me on Prozac for 6 months. It changed my life. It allowed me to slow down enough to stop focusing on what I couldn't control. It was exactly what I needed. And when I was done with it, I went to the doctor and I said, I think I'm done with it. And the doctor took me off carefully, and here I am today, very happy and Prozac free. Just remember that there's no problem with asking for help. You're not weak to ask for help. You're strong. Understand? Next up, Only do what's necessary. Now is the time, if you're going through this pain, now is the time to let someone else take over for a while if that's possible. If it's something that you don't have to do or something that doesn't matter to your survival or whatever, step down. Give yourself a minute. If you're on a bunch of committees, give yourself a break from committees. If you're hosting a big party and you don't feel good about it, you know what? It's okay to cancel it even if the invitations have already been sent. You feel me? Just focus on today and what needs to be done, and only that. You have the right to be comfortable, calm, and happy. That's all I've got for you today on Self-Love Sunday. So tell me what you think. What are the first things that you would recommend somebody should do after they've been broken up with by a narcissist, or discarded or divorced by a narcissist? And what would you add to this list? Share your thoughts. This is the question of the day. The question of the day is, if you're currently going through this, what were the first things you did and what do you wish you had done differently? If you've already been through it, what would you recommend for current people who are currently in this situation? For other survivors, how could you help another survivor? What would you tell your child if your child were in this situation? Let's talk about it, and let's get some really good advice going in the comments below for anyone who's going through this right now, okay? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really, truly means a lot to me. I'll see you soon. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body. Take care of your soul. Nurture the real you and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot. Take it now. And the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.